outside of people that are meant to be disliked. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to dislike Sansa, but I do. So, yeah, anyways, doesn't matter. What does matter is they have to send hers away. They're gonna kill. You know, she does. The North. Anyways, that butcher's boy, well, the Hound, he killed him. The Hound pretty much does anything that anyone from the Crown says. So yeah, he murdered that butcher's kid. Kind of sad, actually. Anyways, Ned goes and kills the wolf, which is also super sad. But as soon as the wolf dies, Bran wakes up. Yep, that's right. Bran is awake. This nigga is conscious, and we're gonna find out very soon if he knows what happened to him. Anyways, Ned has finally arrived in King's Landing. Because, well, he's the hand of the king. What a swell
He gonna come back?
He pops up in the throne room, and here is Jaime Lannister. Now, every time Ned and Jaime come around each other, words, and this was no difference. Oh, Ned, I'm so happy that there's some northern protection. Man, shut your bitch ass over that dumb ass talking and shit. You don't even sound like that. Yo, my fault, bro. And I've been trying to keep on the fair decision. You know how that goes. Now, what happened? It's coming on, you know, you've been in this room, huh? That's where your dad and your brother died. You ain't your brother dead? Man, shut your bitch ass up, man. Tell me my dad. He just sat there and watched. Hey, man, being 500 people say here what, man? Shit, it was quiet as hell in here, you know, besides them screaming fag and he had killed this shit. But you know, when I stabbed the king, shit, I felt like justice, you know. And that's what you tell yourself, that it was justice from your father. And shut your whole ass up, man. Killed your king, man. You served them well when it was safe to, pussy. Now, after they got their extended words, he goes to meet everyone. This is Lord Baelish, Maester Pycelle, Renly Baratheon, who is Robert Baratheon's brother, and Lord Varys, who's a eunuch. Yep, he doesn't have his penis. Kind of sad, but that's what's going on. Anyways, Ned has a meeting here, and there's going to have this big tournament where there's a bunch of jousters, horse riding, all types of amazing things. It's not really that amazing, you know, obviously, now that I think about it, but whatever. It's going to cost a lot of money. Money that the Lannisters are going to have to pay. Yeah, that's the thing that happens a lot. But the Lannisters are kind of like a secret entity that, you know, ends up bailing out America. Wink, wink. Now Arya is crashing out because her friend got murdered by the Hound. Rightfully so. I'd crash out too if my sister was a lying bitch. Her dad tells her to relax and says that he's going to be later to talk to. We'll see how that goes. Where the hell you get that goddamn sword from? Brother gave it to me. Wait, I get your motherfucking brother, man. Ask my friend to, but well, you know what happened to him. It's all my fault, Dad. It ain't my fault. It's Joffrey's fault. It was messed up. See, he looked like some sort of inbreed baby or something. I don't know, man, something wrong with him. Hey, all of them, Dad. Sansa, Joffrey, the Queen, the King for bringing us here, and for eating all of the food last night. His fat ass was eating everything. Man, I'm not going to do eating everything. I mean, that's a side point. Can't find no war amongst ourselves, though. You know what I'm saying? That's your sister. Now, Ned leave and he let Arya keep her little sword, you feel me? As long as she promises not to stab her sister with it. Now, back to Winterfell, Bran is awake with some old ass lady who frequently tells really bad stories. I hate your stories. Whatever. I hate you. Damn. Alright. They ain't have to do me like that. Anyways, Bran clearly hates her story. She ends up telling him a stupid ass story anyway. It doesn't matter because Rob comes in. Now, yeah, Bran thinks he can remember everything, but, well, he doesn't. He remembers nothing. I know that matters because Rob intervenes and, well, Bran still doesn't remember anything, but he does say that he wish he was dead instead of being paralyzed from the waist down. Can't really blame him. That's really terrible. Anyways, Cat finally ends up in King's Landing, and she gets escorted to a nigga that's in love with her, Lord Baelish, the one guy in the capital that you should never trust. Trust and believe that. It's kind of ironic to trust that you shouldn't trust him. Anyways, they talk about this day, Bran's attack. So Baelish realized that this day belongs to the
I need gas money, but I don't get paid until next week.
Wow.
You gotta check out the Earth app. You can get up to one.
Lord Tyrion. Yep, Tyrion Lannister is the one that owns this dagger. Oh, can't believe it. Anyways, back at the wall, Snow is beating all of his peers up. Bro, literally whooped all of their bones. This guy right here, yeah, this guy in front of Jon that's chastising him, well, he's an ass nigga. He really doesn't like Jon Snow, and that's not going to change all the way until damn near the end of the fucking story. Just wait on it. So a raven came. Now this raven came from Ned Stark's son.
I just lagged so bad, bro.
Also, a raven came from Bran.
Ravens just always are coming, bro.
I'm
They
just
should
lagging,
probably
bro.
get that checked out. But Ned
You can
also
see
finds
this
out from
shit.
Lord
I'm
Baelish that cat
lagging.
is in town, and he has her.
I'm lagging.
Ned didn't like that cat, and we
This
nailed
is
that
so
right
high.
so he was about to choke slam this nigga Lord Baelish like he's the Undertaker. That's okay. Cat calls out to him, which calms him down. Back at the wall, Jonathan attacked his peers and ended up getting saved by Lord Tyrion. Thank God for the Yamp, right? We find out that Pip got thrown in there because his sister was starving. She hadn't eaten in 3 days, and he stole a wheel of cheese. It was his right hand on the wall. And, you know, that's his beat meat hand, so he's out the wall. Tyrion tries to explain to Jon that all these people can't fight as good as him because, well, he grew up in Winterfell with a
I'm lagging,
master
bro. Why the
herdsman
fuck
like
am I
Sir Robert.
lagging?
Basically, he's saying
This
you have
shit so
Reaper to
ass,
shut the fuck
bro.
up. Anyways, Cat tells Ned about the attack, and, well, he says that if he ends up getting real evidence of the attack, and it being from the Lannisters, that he'll take the Rob. And hopefully, Robert will still be the man that he once was. You know, Ned really
This
fucked
shit
with
so
Robert. I
ass,
mean,
bro.
it makes sense, though, that they fucked with each other. I mean, they went to war, they share a family. Well, they did share a family until she died. I'm pretty sure that Ned named Rob after Rob. That would only make sense to me. Back in King's Landing,
I'm
Robert's
lagging,
there
too.
stories. Tells about how
Shit
he
crazy.
killed this Tarly boy and caved his chest plate in with a hammer. My God. He also shits on Jamie and the Lannisters, but you know, that's
I'm
something
lagging.
Jamie talked about
Niggas see this shit. What the fuck, bro?
he's like 16 years old. School and everything. None of this really matters except for the fact we get a little bit more insight on the fact that Jamie killed his king. I mean, we talked about this before with Ned when they had their little altercation, but apparently the king just kept saying, burn them all. Now, he was saying burn them all because he's fucking insane. I mean, that's why they call him the Mad King. That's pretty much all you need to know about him. The Khosar. Yep, Daenerys Jorah Mormont. Wait a minute. Why the fuck is her brother crashing out like this? You don't give me commands, bitch. I couldn't believe it. He said one sentence and got his whole neck grabbed. Now, obviously, Daenerys doesn't want her brother harmed, so she tells one of the Dothraki members not to kill him. Makes sense, though. I mean, she does care about her brother, which is surprising to me because
I'm
he's
lagging.
a piece of shit, but you know, whatever.
Bro, why the
Anyways,
fuck
let's
am
go
I
see what Jon's doing at the
lagging?
wall. Yep, he's literally looking over the wall, man. That's all it is there. It's just ice and so maybe one day becoming a ranger, like his Uncle Benjen. Yep, speaking of Uncle Benjen, he goes to see him, and, well, he's leaving in the morning for ranger duties. Jon wants to go, but he can't, because while at the wall, you get what you earn. And Jon has earned nothing, except for, you know, being cold, freezing half to death, almost being murdered by his peers, not being able to have sex with women, and man, what a wonderful life. This nigga Tyrion, bro, speaking to him, man, he been getting into it with niggas, bro. Tyrion even got into it with Benjen. And Benjen doesn't really like Tyrion because he feels like he's spoiled. And, oh, you get to live in great weather and flying ass bitches that you pay coin for because no one will want to fuck you because you're literally 3 feet tall. That's the life you're living. I'm out here freezing half to death, and I ain't seen a goddamn woman in 7 years. Anyway, it's not like Uncle Benjen's gonna get a hate-ass nigga, but, you know, what would I do? Anyways, like Kalasar, we find out Daenerys is pregnant. Yep, she's literally pregnant already. Has a bled in 2 moons, they say. I don't know what the fuck that means, but her, like, maiden or whatever, I guess you would call this, found out by feeling her breast. So if that's a thing. We also find out back at the wall that winter is coming. They keep saying this, but I really don't know what they mean by it. I mean, I guess I do mean literally winter is coming, but they keep saying like it has some sort of significance. We find out in this world that seasons are weird. Like, there's been a summer for 9 years, but winter's coming. Tyrion said that the winter of his birth, it was 3 years long. What kind of weird-ass mythological place do they live in? I think these niggas in Narnia? Anyways, Arya started sword practice lessons with a sword master, Sirheadtap. Fake-ass Mihawk, bro. What is this dude talking about? This nigga think he's Zoro? She practices, and Ned comes in to watch. He also has PTSD of all of the fighting and killing that he's done over the years. Nigga starts hearing sword clings. What a way to end episode 3. Ned literally about to have a panic attack. Anyways, episode 4 starts off with Bran having a dream about a dream. I know that this is a dream because, well, this nigga's walking. So we have a flashback. This nigga's in mid-rep sleep. Yo, what the hell? That Raven got 3 eyes? You probably won't realize this, but that has a lot of significance. You're not going to find out the significance of this until, like, way later, though. And, well, look at season 1. So strap in. Speaking of season 2, if you guys want me to do season 2, I will. But I need at least 7,000 likes. I think that'll do. Anyways, this episode, Bran wakes up from his dream and we meet Hodor. The goats. This nigga looks like Big Show. Well, it's Hodor. Oh, well, I hate Theon because he's a douchebag and ugly, but you know, whatever. Anyways, Hodor brings Bran out, and, well, Tyrion, he has a design for a saddle. Now, Tyrion is there, and he's created a design for a saddle for Bran so he can ride horses. He decided to go to a fight instead. He talks to Theon on the way out, and, well, let's just say that Theon, well, he got captured. He's afraid. And his father tried to stage a rebellion where they were outnumbered 10 to 1, which is kind of idiotic. Tyrion tells him that it's a stupid ass idea, especially when his brothers died in battle. And he ended up ascribing to his captors. This man Tyrion left by throwing a coin to Theon, telling him he's going to wear the whore out that Theon been fucking on. But not too much, though. Yo, shut, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be out, right? I'm about to go fuck on that bitch in that brothel. I try not to wear.
Oh, that's me. That's me. That's me.
Now, back at the wall, we find a new ghost, Samuel Tarly. I think that's
lying.
Samuel Tarly. Anyways, my man, Big Sam. Remember they were talking about the Tarly boy earlier that got killed, you know? He's a part of that family. Anyways, Sam, that's one of my ghosts. I fought with him. He's a little awkward, chubby, and he can't fight well, as you see here. But outside of that, he's very intelligent. And he has the ability to educate himself and to learn, which is something that a lot of people lack around this time, clearly. Motherfuckers have the IQ of a fucking baby diaper. Anyways, the Khalasar is still traveling, and Daenerys' brother is mad. He feels like his army is going the wrong direction. I think he should just, I don't know, really. Get it today. I said, well, this isn't his army. I say his army like that because clearly it isn't. He has a stupid ass scene in his shower. He talks dragons and stuff with his prostitute. He puts candle wax on his chest. But I'm gonna keep it a band. Don't care. Back at King. Yay. I know I don't talk about Sansa much, well, it's because I really don't like her character. I know you guys are going to tell me that I'm, wrong and Sansa's great, I guess. Or I hope that you don't tell me that because she isn't. But that's besides the point. Anyways, the Hand of the King is having a meeting about expenses and the things going on in the city. We find out that there's more and more people flooding into the city each and every day. They had a riot break out in a brothel. Niggas ODing on codeine lean. It's a crazy life, man. Real shit. Now, Ned ends up talking to the Meister about John Aaron and what happened to him, and why he died, what he did before it. And the Meister had a book he was looking at. Now, this book it basically has all of the lineages in the kingdom. All the people that were kings before and after. And, well, John Aaron was looking through it. He didn't tell anybody why he was, but Ned, well, he's trying to figure that out for himself. Why did he die? And what was he doing looking in this book? So many questions, so little time. Now, the Meister can't really explain to him anything, and he just ends up talking about a bunch of fucking nothing, yapping about eunuchs, which are people that don't have penises. I think I said that earlier, but I just wanted to reiterate the fact that, well, Lord Varys doesn't have a pee-pee. How does he use the bathroom? Are we actually, maybe they have pee-pees, they don't have nuts. They get castrated?
Well, I'm fucking loud,
but what I do know is that there's something missing down there in their pants. Ned wants Arya to be a little princess and have kids and run around castles and shit, since that's what's going to happen one day. And, well, maybe if George R.R. Martin will finish his fucking books, we'd see it. Anyways, back at the wall, John and Sam have a conversation. Well, John realizes that Sam isn't good at anything. He's afraid, doesn't really walk that fast. He sits down to pee because it's easier for him, and, well, he also is a bitch. We find out Sam's story that his dad doesn't really like him. His dad said that one day you're gonna have an accident. And I'm gonna tell your mom that you just fell off your horse and died. He basically was telling him, hey, bitch.